So hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is our meeting 13 on STRIDES project. And STRIDES means systematic, transformative and resilient interventional drivers for, oh sorry, wait a second, I have not shared this slide with you. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon. Wait a second. All right, sorry again. So I believe now you can see the slideshow.
Yes.
Thank you. So yes, today we have 13th meeting of STRIDES project, and STRIDES means systematic, transformative and resilient interventional drivers for education for sustainability. And this project is carried out by Global Sustainable Futures Progress through Partnership Network. And I'm Dr. Renuka Thakur from University College of Estate Management, who is sponsoring this project, as well as they are providing in-kind support to our network. And we are going forward with this project very smoothly, but anyway, we will discuss what's coming up. So welcome to this. Just a little introduction about this project, because Zia is today a new audience here joining us. And for Zia, I would like to just give an introduction to this project. This project has started, like I developed a position paper that we need to do some transformative transformation in the way how we deliver education. And here I mean that we want to deliver excellence in education. And education here again, we haven't scoped into a particular segment how the education is delivered, because we are thinking that education is delivered through formal channels, that is in universities and schools, but also in informal channels, that is house and our other conversation during meetings and our workplaces and so on. So the main question is that how we accumulate this education and how we apply this education to make our societies sustainable and resilient, and how we develop sustainable societies and sustainable economies. And that is the question here we are trying to address. And our position is that yes, education for sustainable development has been a program developed by UN, and that put emphasis on integrating sustainable development goals into education. And that is a very good vehicle for us to change the education system and make it more systematic, resilient, and a driver for sustainable societies and economies. The function of education, or the role of education, is very important. It is not just to develop skills and managers for future jobs, but it is also to develop a citizenship, a responsible citizen who can contribute to sustainable societies and economies, who know what are the alternatives, or what are the decision processes, or what decisions they must be taking to drive the society for more sustainable societies and economies when they go out to their workplaces or their home. And that is what we are looking here. And so we have several stages of this project. The initial project was about position paper, how we position this project. And out of that, we have developed several metaphases, and I'm not going to go into details of these metaphases today. However, if time permits, we will look at them. So today's agenda is that, again, it is same as usual. Please use your chat to introduce yourself with your name, contact details, and other information to each other, so that this remains as a space for critical discussion also, saves time for critical discussion, and your information can go around to everyone. The chat and this meeting is recorded. It is live just now. However, it is not publicly live. The link will be sent to the people who are just relevant to this project, so they can hear to the recording later on. So today's agenda mainly focuses on the STRIDES publications. We have went through the first stage, which was, as I already mentioned, developing a position paper. And within that position paper, we wanted to collect some case studies, and we wanted to understand the state of art in the education system. And that we did through case study collection. That is, we developed a survey asking people, what are the trends just now going on in education? For example, online education, transnational education, education for environmental projects, so or connecting students with environmental projects, and so on. So looking at those trends, whether we wanted people to introduce us to those trends through this case study, and also wanted some supported literature about those trends. And that is how we disseminated the survey, and we got several responses. And these responses were analyzed, and we found that there were 5 main themes coming out of these. And now we are developing publications on these 5 themes to support what are the art of state of art of education just now. And that all falls into the phase 0. And then following that, we will go to the phase 1, 2, 3, 4. There are metaphases where we will try to then collect data from real primary data, asking people what they think about these trends. Initially in the publication, we are trying to answer a few questions, such as whether this trend is sustainable, whether this trend has a capacity or potential to contribute to sustainable development, sustainable societies and economies that we are dreaming of. Are these educational trends can become a mainstream? What is needed for them to become a mainstream? And what are the challenges and opportunities around those? That is how we will be looking at each trend. It may happen, and it would happen, that only one trend is not enough. And therefore, we will come up with the strategies, how to implement it. Again, they are in the context of their own reality that we will need to explain, and what theories are underpinning them, what pedagogical arguments are there. These all things we will be looking at. And what we have done, that people who are interested in this project, we have formed some teams. We have formed teams depending on what they are interested in. And so today, after having a 6 months time on this project, we are we are organizing again, because a lot of talking has been done on this project, but we haven't yet published anything. And now we want to focus these 6 months on publications so that from next year we can start doing our second phase. So that is what we are going to do today. And I wanted to have some breakout rooms depending on which team leaders are present today. However, if they are not there, I will be doing one-to-one meetings with them so that we can understand how the progress is going on. And then we will like some feedback from every team. And we can discuss any other business later on. And that's it for today. So again, when we are telling that you have to do publications, everyone is want to know how they can contribute and what they have to contribute. And therefore, we have developed some outlines how they should go about writing their contribution. And if anyone is still not understanding what they can do, they can always contact me one-to-one and I will explain what to do. However, you have to refer to the outline and try to fill the sections or subsections referring to your chosen study. And actually, there are many people contributing to theme 1, 2, and 3. So the team leaders have already spoken to me and they are saying that they do not want more than 1,000 words from each contribution, each member of the team as their contribution. So we are only looking for 1,000 words. And within that, those 1,000 words should be structured in a way the outline is provided to you. And basically, the outline says that you introduce your concept and the context of that concept initially, and then you talk about that concept, how it is sustainable, what are the challenges, what are the opportunities, and what is needed for them to go to mainstream, what are the prospects of them going to mainstream, and who are the stakeholders, and what is needed. Is it policy? Is it practice? What changes we are needed? What interventions we need, and so on. So this is all about, again, literature review, critical literature review about that concept, and what you conclude. So these parts will be accumulated into or aggregated into the main publication, where again we will have the similar topics: introduction, discussion, and conclusion. And also you can talk about the methodology involved in that. So you have to talk about the methodology only involved in that concept, not about how we are going about the project, because that will be separately written. And that is how we will go. For theme 4 and 5, we have very limited contributors, that is 3 or 4 only, and therefore we require 2,500 words from each one. And that is also quite acceptable. And so you have to send your contribution directly to team leader. I'm very grateful that Ashish and Santio has already sent their contribution, which is great. And Professor Harrison has been pioneer in this. And Professor Andre is also very pioneer in this. He has already sent several publications, though he's not writing directly, but I think his publications are so much rich about the literature that they are going to help us write all these papers. Adeni is also, I think, I'm not sure, but we have received other contribution as well, but still we are looking for many contributions which are still not happened. Yes, and sorry. And it will be the team leader who will review and synthesize, and later on we will internally review that paper. So I will go through all that processes today, how we have organized these writing publications. So publication phase 0, position paper, it's mainly me. I have already written 40% of it. Harrison has also written 30% of it. Aries has also contributed 10% to it. Charles has contributed 5% to it. I'm waiting for Adini and Jonathan's contribution to come. And Senjia, excuse me your pronunciation, she's going to be just editorial support to this. Actually, we are looking to publish in her special issue, and she's going to support us to publish without any cost. And that is so much support to us as well, because you know that this is a voluntary network and we do not have any financial support. So this is good. It is now for Adini and Jonathan to send me their contribution, and it all depends on me to reorganize review the whole all contributions and put it nicely in a publication. Now we have also developed a publication drafts for everyone, and we have this table in the start of the publication draft to make sure that everyone knows what they are doing and in which color they are putting it. We will be looking at your contribution, and then only we will be happy to write you as a co-author as well. Okay, so this is what we will be doing for all publications. Okay, and then this is a second methodology, because I have taken a transdisciplinarity methodology and I have written several things about it. So I am going to contribute 60% to this. Aries has a very good knowledge about methodology, and so he's going to contribute 20% to this. I'm looking forward to Jonathan and Adini for 10% here, and we will develop methodology. I'm not sure whether Jonathan and Adini knows, so they can contact me and I will speak one-to-one what is included in here, and we can go forward to it. Okay, so then we have systemic review. One paper. David is actually an expert in systemic review, and Monella is also expert in systemic review, and they are going to do the main job. I'm going to help them, and we will be developing. We have done some planning, but we are now awaiting to go forward. With theme 1, we have many people contributing to this theme 1, and especially we have received Ashish's contribution. We have received Ilio's contribution, but that's not so clear, but he has a paper on it, and he will be trying to transfer it into English, because the main paper is in Portuguese. Here, Michael is going to review everything, and Cordo is also going to help to bring everything together. So we are here looking for everyone's contribution, and it is only 10%, so probably you don't have to go to 1,000 words as well. It is only like 600 to 700 words would be good enough to bring everything together. So I'm looking forward for everyone here, theme 1, to complete as soon as possible, because it doesn't need much work. Athilia has many papers on these, and so Athilia, we are looking forward to you to complete your 600 to 700 papers very easily. So this is how we will go. Theme 2, again, it is mainly on Andrew's he has suggested many things. Michael has suggested many things here. Jose has suggested many things, and therefore we will be looking at those things and developing it. I'm also very much interested in this, and therefore it is all about systems thinking. And I will be leading on that. And Francio is also going to contribute to this. So I think this is also very good going forward. And it's going to be a good one. Next is Gustavo has taken the lead on here. And here this is on online learning. And I think everyone here within the team is so excited about this paper. I have received many interest in this paper. Robin has his own paper. Nesabi has also paper on this. Imran has also something written on this. Aritra has also written on this. So many of them have great ability to complete this. It is just that I think they have not gone as far as needed. I think everyone, so what has happened that we have all stopped, not stopped, but slightly delayed our things due to holidays and other work. But I think new organization will help us to go forward. Then we have here Charles, who is going to lead on this theme. And here I think Charles knows a lot about this, and I think he is quite capable of being in the lead. Okay, I have heard from Ivona that she's not going to go ahead with this, so I have to change this slide, so sorry for that. Maybe if anyone is interested can join this team, but however, we will take her out and probably we'll see what we have to do here. So yeah, this is also looking very excited. Here, theme 5 is led by Harrison, and he is a master in this. He comes up with things like immediately he writes in a day, and he is so proficient in this. So I'm looking forward to complete this paper very soon. And here I have this how much we have completed, and we have due dates and final submission. I will also show you what I have done in our Basecamp later on and see. So here, this position paper, what I have done, I have now put a new due dates and final submissions for every paper. So for this position paper, I have put 30 September, methodology 31 October, systemic review 31st January, because this systemic review needs a lot of details, and therefore I have made it longest one because it needs a lot of details here. Theme 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all due dates are 30 November. And then I think everything can complete here. What is the main reason of putting this date is that we are having a conference in our annual conference is coming up in December 11th. And so what I want I want everyone to complete your publication by this due date and present your presentations, 10-minute presentations, every team. I'm looking forward for every team to present these all in our annual conference. And then we can refine, and so the review process will be carried out until the final submission, and we will publish all this. We have got a great interest from everyone who is saying that, yes, I will support this publication, and therefore we are not limited with finance nowadays. Now we all have someone or other telling us that we will publish it for free and open access, which I am looking forward so much. And therefore, I think we should work now, at least allot some time to this, and whoever has done, I'm very grateful to them, but whoever has not done may make some time to contribute to this, and I think we will be coming up with a lot of publications which would be really, really a creditable thing for our network and this project. And we can then look forward for the second phase. So here, sorry. In the presentation for each team, which I mentioned, what I'm looking here, that capturing main points of each submissions highlighted through the thematic publication and how they relate to other themes, and what are the research findings that are worth investigating further to be fed for phase 2, that is meta question 2. And that is what I'm looking forward later on as part of our outcome of these all publications and for each team. So I will stop here and I will just go through, and this is our team. So I will stop here and go through the Basecamp online, our web page, so that just I can show you how I have organized this, just in case if you are not familiar or you are struggling to find the Basecamp. So let me just stop here. Okay, I suppose you can see the Basecamp site, and here, yes. Thank you. And here, let me just make it, wait a second, let me just stop here. Okay, can you see the Basecamp? Okay, thanks. Yeah. So here we have, say, for example, this position paper, right? And we have docs and files here. These are the cards, they are called cards. So you will find a draft paper here. Generally, you cannot open directly, but if you click, it will download. So you can download here, and then you can put a new version as well. Okay, so that is how it works. Then you go back to this, and then there are a few literature. So whenever you come across literature, you can put the literature here. So you can click on new and then upload files for literature. Okay. And so there are few cards like this in every team. Okay. And this paper is what you are writing. Okay. So this is the grand challenge which I am writing. So that is how I would like you, what you should be doing. For example, if it is a teamwork, so this is a teamwork, and here you have docs and files. And here you have case studies, which I have uploaded, which we got from our case study survey. Here, draft, if you go to the draft, you will find how to write just the topics and all that. And you will also find your percentage and your color here, which you have to contribute. Let me see here what it is. Sorry, it's just taking a while. I just want to go through the whole process so everyone is clear how they are doing it. Here, okay, so team 1 paper is open, and here it is clearly written how we are going to do, okay? Now, please do not bother about the abstract at all, okay? We will communicate for abstract, but here, this is what we want to do, that if anyone wants to write about introduction, so this is the introduction, someone has already put their text, blue color is Elio. So Elio has already put his text. So I was wrong in my presentation when I told that he has only done in Portuguese, but he has already done in English. So he has put his text already here. However, he has only put just the whole topic in introduction. Okay. So what I want, that when you are doing this, your section, I do not want you to put only in introduction, but I want you to put in subheading, and if there is another subheading or methodology. So yeah, he has put few things in methodology, and then I also want you to discuss and all that. Now, so this is what this is really interesting for us to discuss. What I want, our introduction is slightly different, because we are talking how we want to do the system, and that will come from the overall findings later on. So do not worry. I would say just introduce your concept. So here he is talking about how we can engage students with environmental issues, and that will create some awareness of environment, and that will also lead to sustainable or environmental conversation and environmental sustainability. And that is the concept he has taken. So he should be putting mostly the concept in the introduction, and few things like, yes, definitely about Brookline conference or something would definitely go here. But then you have to talk about your whole concept in discussion rather than in everything in introduction, because we are discussing that how this concept is delivered in education system, who are the stakeholders, what are the challenges in delivering this concept, what are the opportunities in delivering these concepts, and so on. And what later on you may write down in conclusion, that this can be taken as a mainstream if these things happen, or if we intervene the educational system with this. Michael, would you like to mute yourself? Thank you. And so this is how I think we should be. So yes, Elio, if you are listening, thank you for putting this contribution, but we need to be little organized about this. I know the reviewer or the team leader will do his job, but to make it easier, what you want to do is follow the outline which we have developed, and I will show where that outline is. Okay, so this is how we want everyone to develop on each theme. Okay, so I will close these for now. And I'll go back to here, yeah. And let me go back to home. And this is our Strides project. And in this one, no, this is the publication. Okay, I think outline, yeah. So this is important for us, outline for themes we have already developed. And I'm thankful to Quado, I think, who helped me to, like he actually developed this and I then revised it for all the teams. He developed for his team and then I revised for everyone. So probably this is a good way to go forward. And if you don't want to disturb any other document, just upload your own document with your initials. We have also spoken that every document which you develop should have your initials. And if you think that there are two people with the same initials, then put 2 letters of your initials, okay? So this is the outline for each person who want to contribute. So we want here introduction, introduce this theme in your context. Is it visible to everyone or do you want me to do a bigger note? So let me just. Yeah, okay. So this is a better one. So introduction, introduce this theme in your context, include any definition, theory, practice, etc. that helps to explain these themes. And then you may say how.
The screen hasn't changed. We are still on outline of the theme. I think what you are reading is not what we are seeing.
I am reading the outline of the theme.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but what I did, I just made it large. So I have, so that everyone can clearly see it. So has it not changed the fonts? I believe
on the screen, we are just seeing outline of the themes, but what you are reading is not what we are seeing.
I'm reading, say for example, I'm reading introduction, introduce this theme in your context. Is this not that visible to you?
No, we don't see it this side.
Okay, let me share again. Thank you. Okay. Okay, can you see this now?
Yes, now we can see.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. You must tell me these all things because I believe that you can see, and so thank you very much. So now you can see the outline of themes and introduction. So introduce this theme in your context, include any definition or practice to explain these themes, and then how that is your theme or case study stands today. So is it like a mainstream, or has it been adopted by many of these people or only few of them, or is it adopted only in few contexts or few subjects or few areas or few discipline, whatever it is, okay? Then what it needs to look like in future? Do you want them to go forward and adopt such concept in each and every discipline, in each and every place of education, and so on? So that is what you are discussing. And what transition pathways it can take. How will it help to transit our, whether it is, it will transit decision making, whether it will transit your practice, what will happen, what transition pathways it can take. And then how that your theme or case study mobilizes knowledge capital in service of its sustainability transitions, both from the individual perspective, institutional perspective, as well as from the global sustainable development goal perspective. So how it is going to contribute. to the knowledge capital. And also later on, whether it is going to be in service of sustainability transition, and whether it is going to focus only on individual level or what. So we want to go into details of this. And then how can it build strategic portfolios of assets that unlock synergies from combinational effect in wider societal well-being? And then summary of that related case study maybe. And then conclusion, what education system do we need to promote if the goal is not just to educate students and prepare them for jobs, but also to enable them as a decision maker to strengthen resilience, social justice, and inclusiveness. And any references you might have used. So probably these all questions will allow you to answer very specifically to what we want to go into publication. And when we get each one's contribution, we will synthesize this contribution and we'll put it in a publication form. So I hope you understand, but still we will come to these all question answers once I stop this, okay?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I want to add about conclusion.
I can't hear you properly. Please speak loudly.
Can you go to conclusion? I have to add something.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, in conclusion, what I think is that maybe you have not added the challenges that are faced by the people who are trying to engage into sustainability.
What education systems do we need to promote?
Challenges that are observed in implementing the sustainability goals. That I think should come in the conclusion. Because, okay, fine, they are educated well enough, and when they go into practice, what are the challenges that they are facing?
I believe challenges can be discussed already here, but yes, you pinpoint some challenges here, where conclusion is just about like summary of what we have written, but also giving some future understanding that how this system is going, because we are looking at doing the second phase of this research, right? So these all conclusion of this first phase should tell us how we will be doing the second phase, okay? And therefore, it would be summary of these all, definitely, but also it will then tell you something more, that what education systems do we need to promote. So this system, after analyzing this system, you might say, yes, we want to promote this system in a way because it will do this, 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 this. Of course, you can tell the challenges also within this, that it only depends on how you are writing, okay? We are not only writing the positive things, but we will be writing critically. That means we'll also identify opportunities, but we will also identify the barriers or challenges. And then we will say, we will also advise on some interventions, that how we can take this forward. And then that will feed in our second phase. That we want some connection of going forward. And that, I think that is what we are trying to address here as a question. But still, you can, this is again, depending on what you are discussing, and it would be flexibility there. These are just what we thought, that this will lead us to second phase, and therefore we have put here that question. Okay. So thank you for asking that question. Okay. So I will stop here again, and then let me go back to, all right, something has gone wrong in my settings. I'm afraid what I'm done. Okay, so this is, the whole setting is slightly wrong here. But anyway, I hope, oh, Gustavo is here.
Yes. How are you?
I'm very well. Have you heard what I said? Did you hear me?
No, I just got in the meeting right now.
Okay. We have recorded this meeting, so probably you will be able to hear what I have already said. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yes, Zia is asking, do we have access to previous recording? Yes, Zia, we have all the recordings and I will put a link to you. And okay, so just let me wait a second now, what I was doing. And I don't think my setting has changed. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Wait a second. I will have to, something has gone wrong in my computer and the whole setting has changed. And I don't know what to do. Wait a second. It's stuck. It's stuck. I think I will have to go out and join you again. So you stay here and I'm coming back. Please stay here. And I will stop on live, pause recording.